Wait, what are we doing? Delaying stream 5 minutes? Why are we doing that? What happened? Eamon, dude, what's up, bro? Actually, you know what? While I have you here, friend, hold on a second. I saw you sent me messages this morning. I think all these cameras you sent me are very expensive. And if you could get yourself an A6000, I think that's a better starting camera. But honestly, I like your suggestion of the MX5 more than everything. I think the MX5 is very, very nice. Also, what's up? How you guys doing? Ooh, my audio is kind of loud today. Did you ever try that Star Sector game? No, I have honestly not been playing many games other than Diablo 2 right now, which I've learned is very hard to find the one weapon that I want to in the game. So, wave at the camera. How you doing, OQ? Hello, everybody. I am excited for the stream tonight. And not for the keyboard, because I get to see you guys. Oh, bet you guys didn't see that one there coming. What is the keyboard they're using right now? I see you use it quite often. It is the Manta. This is the production version of the Manta Machinist. I meant to take photos of this today. It is freaking beautiful. This is round 2, Alex, of the Manta? No, but maybe we'll have one. We'll see. I don't know anymore. How was the V60? I had to miss the stream last night. I would say that the V60 was, like, the Gravistar keyboard was good. My issue is, right, like, I'll keep it a buck with you guys. My issue with brands right now is I feel like we're running out of ideas for, like, the non-custom world. And I do feel like the Gravistar board was a fresh take on maybe a shape of a board. But I do feel like the internals fell short. And it fell short to my standard. And my standards might be a bit higher than normal, I suppose. But Lane, I'm glad. I think you're the only person who received it so far. I've shipped out a few other people's boards, like pack them. I just need to ship them the label, or give them the labels and tracking codes and stuff. But I'll have a few more of the giveaway boards shipping this week, or I guess next week now. Actually, we should switch cameras. How you guys doing? Hydrate? Perfect time to hydrate. I can't decide which keycaps for the pumice. Can I just be honest and tell you to go Wob? I think you'll appreciate Wob on that board. I really, really do. Can you say, like, the top 5 keyboards in your opinion, like the ones you highly recommend eyes closed? Like, in stock right now, highly recommend? Let's see the hoodie. Who remembers this hoodie? Violet Evergarden hoodie. Who remembers? It's a nice color. It's a nice color. There isn't much. Yeah, okay, here, I have a list. I have it literally on my website. If you guys want to do some reading, I have a lot of this documented already for what I think the top 5 are for right now. And I'm not going to include stuff you can't buy. All right? First and foremost, Eve 65. Easy peasy Eve 65. It's just such a good board. You can't beat it for $50. That's like number 1. But I think like my ultimate go-to recommendation, and this is like legitimately, I wrote down all these already, so if you guys want, you can just read the article. Neo 65 Core Plus. Easy peasy. It's a great board. The classic TKL is an easy one to recommend too, just because it suits TKLs that people want and it doesn't break the bank. The oblique, if it's still in stock, which I highly doubt. There's still some obliques in stock. If you want a more premium product, the oblique is a fun one to pick up, perhaps. What else did I put on this list? The Bauer Light's also great. The new Tofu series, when they go in stock, which should be soon-ish, I think. Tofu series will be good. And then like other things you can pick up right this instant. There's also the Athena, I believe, from KBD fans, which isn't as bad. And I mean, there's a bunch from, other brands right now that have it. But I think like those would be my top ones that are in stock right this instant. Like it's really hard to. I mean, the agar is fantastic too. I just didn't put the agar there because change of pace, change of pace. But the agar is fantastic as well. Oddly enough, I do think Neo, and I would say KBD fans has some of like the better boards you can pick up like today, right this instant. Is the Solaris still in stock? Also, I heard Seabass went in stock today, or recently too. Seabass keyboard. Or is that completely out of stock right now? I heard it was in stock somewhere, but now I have to find it. Maybe it is out of stock. Maybe I'm wrong. Solaris is in stock at $100 off. Grab a Solaris. Easy peasy recommendation. TKL and PC? Is there any TKLs in PC right now? Also, hi E Young, how you doing? Hi Loose Goose. I don't even know. To my knowledge, I am not sure. I am really not sure. It's not in stock though, is it? The Sea Lady? It's still group buy. Have some hot... Wait, have some hot Thai and... Oh, hot tea? Ooh. I'm glad you guys are chilling tonight. Why does my room seem different today? I don't know. Maybe it's just my shirt. I blend in with the background. There might be a few PCs to the KBD 8X. Oh, maybe. That's a great board too. I like the KBD 8X. Nice. Get some tea. I like that for you. But yeah, other than that, pretty standard day. I will say, keyboard content is definitely, I wouldn't say slowing down in some aspects, but I think it's that time of year. And I spoke to some friends about this too. I think everyone's kind of in a focusing on the state of the world mood rather than picking up keyboards mood. And I really hope the world shapes up soon so we can focus more on our fun hobbies and, not have to stress every single day. Oh, yeah, Mechanical Keyboards has them. That's right. Market's rough right now. It's actually like rough right now, dude. It's like pretty bad. Means we get more in-stock extras. Yeah, maybe in the future. Hi, Mikey. How you doing? But yeah, we're going to be looking at the Paper65, which is a board I've been looking forward to for a little while now. I've actually itching to build this board all week. I put aside a bunch of Obscuras. I had to harvest these from another board today. I was going to loot another set, but I was like, dude, I really want to use Obscuras today. So Obscuras are my switch of choice today. And then for stabs, I'm not too sure. I'm not sure if these come with stabs or not, but the Paper65. Also, my headphones are glitching out like crazy. Thanks, Apple. Save the world mood and wait for Gerhard's shipping mood. It's true. Hi, how you doing, Chris Kate? But yeah, so let's take a look. Oh, this is that playlist I have with the happy birthday song. Let's just change this. Okay, let's take a look at the Paper65 today. Now, this board does start off... Oh, you know what? Hold on. I have it in Canadian. I don't know if you guys care to hear the Canadian pricing. $269 it starts off at. And I think it can get a little bit more expensive. I think it can go all the way up to about $300-ish. But it's not crazy from what it seems right now. It doesn't seem like this is out of this world pricey. What is it in CAD? Hold on. I just changed it to USD. Hold on, I got you. Hold on. In CAD, it's about $400. Dude, the US dollar is still obliterating CAD right now, dude. Now, I really liked, just for some disclosures here, first of all, I did get sent this from Wuche, so this is going to be a sponsored stream. That's never stopped me from being honest about anything from Wuche or anyone else. As you can see, the Nama, which is still sitting there in the back. But I really like the Paper series. I know this is not designed by Wuche, but it's still produced by Wuche. But I like this. I like the board itself. The board's a nice one. I do think this definitely varies a little bit from the Paper 80. If you guys remember that board, and if you guys want to see that board, I can maybe like in post throw a photo up somewhere on the screen. But there's going to be a lot of options for this with a crap ton of colors, it seems. We can go through the whole group buy page here if you guys would like. I love my Paper 80. I love my Paper 80. Hope the 65 can live up to it. It's definitely different. We're going to go through it today. Let's do it. Also, I brightened up the stream a little bit just because I did feel like it was kind of dull. Now, where is my... Oh my god, are we really going to do this today, OBS? Dude, OBS sometimes drives me up the walls. Let's just go to this page here. So we'll just take a look at the aesthetics of this board first, like the visuals. So, as you guys can see, the Paper65. Bit of a different aesthetic, no? Not quite the same as it was, I would say, before. I mean, this is definitely different. Hi, KV. How you doing, man? Nice. And then we have the back, which this is reminiscent of what I remember of the Paper 80. You know, we're getting there now. It does have some like nice LEDs. It has an OLED screen here, or maybe LCD, I'm not too sure. And then we have some different colors. I think this is a, dude, I was gonna say matrix blended with the paper, and I think minimal matrix is a great way to put this. And you know what? Like, I like the way it looks. Wait, I don't know what color we got today, but I really hope it's this black colorway. I'm getting into my like stealthy keyboard vibe again. Wait, this is a cute keycap set. What is this? This is really cute. Yeah, this is definitely like minimal matrix. That's what it's giving to me too. And then we can get through this page here, which is going to give us a lot more of what's going on. So you guys can see extras, you guys can see USD and then Canadian over here. Lots of stuff. We have an 18.9 millimeter front height, which is fantastic. We have a 7.5 degree tapping angle, pretty standard fare. And you guys can read it's either gasket or bottom mount. Bottom mount's going to be interesting. I've never been a fan of anything bottom mount, so we'll see. And then we have some, piece of paper reimagined type stuff, some flavor text to get to the keyboard here. If you guys are interested, you guys can read that. Fun though. I don't remember which color we got. Yeah, this should be fun. Honestly, I'm excited to do this one here today. All right. Yeah, I mean, this looks good. Why never a cherry lip? Dude, you know what's weird? Weird side conversation to all this. Maybe not because you asked, but I feel like the cherry lip, just people are not designing with cherry lips anymore. I don't know why. They're so visually pleasing to me. I love seeing a keyboard with a good cherry lip. You know, I understand this. The thin side bezels are tough to do. They're not easy. But cherry lips, what happened? What happened to you guys? Is that the Play-Doh series? Oh, I know what keycaps these are. I've seen these. Have I tried any Hall effect switches and boards? Plenty. And I'm gonna have. I'm working on a Hall effect video again. But it's not gonna. It's gonna be like my experience in the hobby Hall effect version. Because I think I have a few things to say. I'll get into this later though. This is a long conversation. We'll get into that. All right, let's take a look at the board. So again, Wuche did send this over. I already said all the disclosures, but I think they're letting me keep this. If we do get to keep this, we'll give it away. I fucking love this box already. I do. As a millennial, I don't even know if this is millennial coded, but like this is super duper nostalgic to me. Like we have the Tamagotchi, we have some sports outside, which kind of reminds me almost of like Nintendo Wii Sports or whatever. We have arcade games, some lives over here, bubble tea, Switch. It's cute, yeah. Yeah, definitely. Whatever Studios is definitely killing it with design stuff. I really do appreciate their stuff here. Now, I did already slightly unbox this. Did a switch on the box? Yeah, this one. But not enough to expose the keyboard yet. So I didn't spoil it. I just got asked to double check the PCB. That's it. I like the fact that this comes with a normal box and a hard shell. I don't know why hard shell seems like such a tough sell these days. I feel like we're regressing. Less and less companies are doing hard shells. So always appreciate that. Pro streamer, by the way. Oh, the box didn't stand up straight. Alrighty. So we have our PCB. We have some foam, and then we have a plate. And I believe this is the carbon fiber plate, because I think that's what I asked for. Boom, boom, boom. We'll take a look at all this and go over the layout options with the hot swap unit. Should be fun. We also have, I believe, the gasket beans or whatever these are. Yeah, little gaskets. I don't know if you guys can see those. Oh my god, my hands are dry. I'll put some lotion on here in a second. Dude, actually, I'm going to do it right now. I really got to keep on top of my lotion stuff. The weather today was beautiful outside. And then, guess what happened? It's like -6. That lotion's amazing, by the way. It's been helping a little bit. The Eucerin one, it's been helping a little bit. I don't really care if I get the board a little oily. It's better than my hands disintegrating. Even if you don't use the hard shells to move the boards, they're still useful to store extra parts. Yeah, the only time I can really get behind not liking the hard shell cases is if you're in a spot, like me, I guess, where I don't have room. Like, personally, like, we don't live in, like, a big place. So I just don't know where to put them sometimes. And the parts... Bro, I did not say rum. This guy, dude. Ollie and cheese today. That's crazy. Alright, then we get a little satchel for the keyboard too. Use them as mattresses? Oh my gosh. Ooh, the E-White one. I haven't had an E-White keyboard in this office in so long, it feels like. Ooh. Full disclosure, I've also never looked at the internals of this yet, so I'm already a big fan of how the internals look. So we have stepped internals with a pogo pin connector, and then we also have catchball system. Cool. Let's see from side view here. Ooh. Does this remind me of the SW? No, I wouldn't say this reminds me of the SW at all. This is very different. Very, very different. Pogo pin, hopefully with relief. I can already see it has a relief. You can see it moving around and stuff. How much is it? $270, I believe, to start? I don't know if that's going to get adjusted by the time this gets released. Oh, wow. You guys can see this. This is even... I think there's something I need to peel off on this, too. Holy shit. You know, this is really... I like this, too. This is really pretty. You know, and again, I really liked the Paper 80. So, I know, I'm not going to peel it off till the very end. I really did like the Paper 80. So this is, like, right up my alley. Wow. So we have some really nice machining that kind of makes it have this really cool shape here. But I think what really stands out to me are the LEDs. It really gives this board a lot of character on the bottom. Very pretty. There's a giveaway and 27 subs. Yeah, we have a little paper badge, which I don't know how you guys feel about this. I don't mind it because at least it's not plastered like anywhere else visible on the front. I don't mind it being here in the front over here. I still think perhaps a better spot for this could have been right over here. But in a way, I think it's kind of fun to have the paper logo. Like, I don't hate this. It's better than also having some text over there too that just says like Paper65. So I don't mind this at all. I think it is quite cute. Can we test? I'm not throwing this, guys. How am I? I'm doing pretty good today. I'm doing pretty good. It's been a long day. We'll talk a little bit more as we do stabs, but it's been a long day. I feel like I got a lot of work done, but also not a lot of work done, all in the same sentence, you know? All right. Can you test how many times it folds? I should have been prepared for all these paper jokes today. I really should have. No more than 7? What's the limit for folding paper again? There's like a hard limit on folding paper that you just can't fold it no more, right? Is it 7? Fuck, that doesn't even... I thought it was 15 or something. That doesn't even sound like a lot of folds. But it is, actually, because I remember Mythbusters like was using like that big clamp thing, right? That's crazy. Still blows my mind. How are the giveaways? I guess to kind of lightly explain them, once we hit thresholds which match the Discord things I put in there, we just do a giveaway and then you can enter. I'll explain the rules when we get there. If you fold a piece of paper 8 times, you create a black hole. Rules? Okay, are we making fun of me again? Drew, thank you so much for the 5 tier 1s, Drew. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. If you fold a piece of paper 42 times, it'll reach the moon. Oh yeah, was that the other thing Mythbusters said too? Like it'll just be crazy thick. Also, hi Dasso, how you doing, man? Thanks, guys. Appreciate you being here. Thanks, Drew. All right, well, on top of that too, we do have a little bit of foam sitting underneath the screen. I'm not sure why that's there. Maybe just to help it slot into place, but let's zoom in and take a look at some of the finer details of this board. So we have a little PVD piece, which I've already mucked up with my fingers. We have our screen. And these are all separate pieces too, which is kind of neat to see. And I think these are going to be some LEDs. And then we have our other LED spot over here. Okay, I did not say zoom. Okay. Cool. Thanks, KB. Love you, buddy. Yeah, it has a screen. I don't know. And here's the side profile if you guys wanted to see the side profile. For a side profile, I think what really is making this stand out is probably the LEDs. Other than that, it's pretty standard fare. Like, if you're buying this and you're like a side profile keyboard kind of guy, you're probably not going to be super duper impressed. The coating looks fantastic, though. Everything actually looks fantastic on this board. We'll do a double inspection of the PVD once we get there, too. Thank you, Agent. Appreciate you, man. All right, well, I guess we should open this up. Let's see. Oh, that was fairly easy. A little worrisome, but fairly easy. So, on the inside, we do have silicone blockers, which... Damn, dude. Thank you, Theo. Appreciate it, man. We do have silicone blockers on the inside. That should help with the case enclosure when it slams together because the catch ball. I don't know how much this will act as a force break, though. We'll see. I'm not sure. I'm trying to sub, but I'm facing an issue with payment. Is there a way I can sub via YouTube? I think there's different methods on YouTube. I forget what it's actually called, but I don't know. Is Twitch having problems? I saw a few people say they had problems with subs today. I'm really not sure. But don't feel bad. Like, you don't have to rush and sub if you don't want to. Don't worry about it, man. This screen is not removable. If you did remove it, you'd be left with a missing piece. It seems. Although I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to follow up on that.
Ball catch system because I haven't gotten to catch balls since my dad walked out when I was 6.
Damn. I didn't see that one there coming. Damn. I'm sorry, Kim. I'm sorry. End stream now. Damn, dude. It's an aluminum chassis. Okay, I knew you were gonna say that. I knew you were gonna say that, dude. I was waiting for you. All right, let's take a look at the PCB and plate too. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. Here is our PCB. Now, I was told these are prototype PCBs. I think they're just refining some of like the smaller details with the final versions of these. So I don't have information on that. But here we are. Here we have LEDs. Oh, these are LEDs over here too. So we have two smaller LEDs over there. We have some front LEDs, per key LEDs. Damn, that's a lot of LEDs. Then we have LEDs in the bottom. Damn. Now, layout-wise, there ain't much. Now, I want to see, did we have other PCBs that we can take a look at here on the website? Because I did see something about extras. No, I don't know. I don't think so. I think we only get the one PCB, which there's either a flex cut or non-flex cut. I don't know if these are both hot swap. I'm assuming so, but it doesn't look like there's many options with PCB layouts. Do they have like an or layout page here? I don't think so. I think this is literally it for layouts. I can quickly send them a message. One sec. Let me quickly send them over a little DM while we're doing the stream. That way there maybe I can get some information for this. I don't think they're going to respond now. I think this is like sleepy time in China, but this is a promotional build, yeah. Review build, I'd say, because we're obviously starting off with some small criticisms here. Yeah, I mean, right now this project is, for me, I really like this. This is like an 8 out of, is it like 8 a.m.? Okay, so just waking up in China. Right now I'm like an 8 or 9 out of 10 for this, right? The PCB brings it down a point. I mean, it's not like we don't have standard options, but like, I don't know. I feel like if you're releasing a product these days, especially in the keyboard zone, like you add a few extra things here and there, or at the very least, you do your very basic hot swap, and then you do a solder version. Magpies need to stop banging on my door. Is it one of those kind of nights? But yeah, to see like lack of 7U, it's not the end of the world. Like I personally, you know, I'm a little sad personally, but not the end of the world. No ISO either. I mean, like we're lacking some definite compatibility with like other regions. I don't know. I'm beginning to dude, okay, in all honesty, I'm actually trying to also ponder and word that I'm just very surprised that Wuche, and I don't know if this PCB is designed by whatever studios or Wuche, but somehow Wuche didn't intervene and was like, yo, let me give you all the options. Because Wuche is like, to give Wuche credit, they usually give us tons of options. But yeah, it just seems like we have stepped to regular caps. I'm not too sure if this is because it's a prototype or not. Like I said, I just asked. Maybe we'll get a response sometime during the stream here. We'll see. I'm really hoping this is just because it's a prototype unit. Do LEDs affect the sound? Only if you put them in sport mode, which is like RGB rainbow color or red. That's the only time they ever affect sound, because you go like best performance when you do either one of those. Other than that, no, it shouldn't affect much. Here is the plate. It does look like this plate can support either plate mounted or PCB mounted stabs. But yeah, you can see on the plate that it's strictly for this layout. They said a lot of options you see are finalized on the IC page on Reddit, and that would be only taking suggestions for colors. If that's the case...
Long time no see. Good, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Watson. Appreciate you, man, for 7 months. If that's the case, I'm a little bit bummed on the lack of layout support here. On one hand, I'm thinking probably why they're doing this is because I know for a fact in certain regions of the world, 6.25 is really popular. 7U is not always going to be everyone's first choice. But yeah, a little bummed of lack of support here. So please take that into consideration when you're making your purchase here. As for mounting points, I would say they're okay. I'm wondering if these 2 mounting points will cause any sort of stiffness. I do think they are kind of close to the, inner edge of the stabilizer. I'm wondering if they should have just moved them over here. I also don't know if you really need to install them all. So before we jump to conclusions, let's make sure. Because sometimes with these like removable parts, you don't really need to worry about the mounting points as much. But from a good design standpoint, I usually feel you just don't put anything under the spacebar. I usually feel like if you want the safest route, put them right next to the spacebar. And then we have foam, which I'm probably not going to use today. Although a small part of me does want to use this today, but I'd like to see what the keyboard sounds like without. I'm kind of getting back into my foam era again, slightly, just ever so slightly. I like it a little bit foamy. I'm starting to really enjoy it again. All right, though. I guess let's get some stabs and get to work. Catchball system. You're right. It is a catchball system, so we can really try different things out. But to speak on the case one more time, I did not say... Okay, what is with you guys today? I really do appreciate the stepped internals. I think the case on its own, without the PCB right now, like not including the PCB into my thought process here, the case is nice. They did an excellent job with the internals over here. The case, yeah, I think that's a good word to use. The case has a lot of potential. It is a good looking case. I think it has a good aesthetic. It's not something you see every day. Very excited to see how this would sound. Let's get some stabs. I'm thinking I want to put windbreaker on this, by the way. What should I order for brunch? What options you got? Brunch sounds sick right now, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Food sounds sick right now. I'm just always hungry. What was I getting? Stabs. What do I want to use? Let's use some, actually, quick, stupid stabs. I do. I think. I just broke wind. Can you grab a few stabs for me as well, Alex? I'm actually running low. I need to order some more. I think I only have 4 sets total left. Bruh. I'm too weak for this box. Alright. Damn. I think this is my last set of stupid stabs. I really hope... Oh wait, these are 1.2 mil. Shit. Never mind. Hold on. Wait 1 second. We're not using stupid stabs. Because I think this is a 1.6 mil PCB. Yeah, it says 1.2. So I'm not going to use them today. Ooh, that's good to know that I have a 1.2 set though. You know what? Night stabs it is. Didn't you like Mouser's entire... I mean, I have cherry clip-ins, but not the rest of the stabs. I actually, to tell you guys some stuff now, because we're going to do some stabilizers here. Some people were upsetty spaghetti with me because I used cherry clip-ins. I was going through some conversation, and It was in like a private Discord, sort of, kind of, not really. Or a smaller Discord, I should say. But yes, people give me some criticism that I use cherry clip-ins. How they're bad stabs, and I shouldn't be using them. Since when are they bad stabs? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I kind of just went LOL what too. You criticize me, but don't dare criticize my cherry clip-ins. That's just wrong. Alright, so I guess we need 4 sets here. What do you think are the best stabs if you're on a budget? Cherry clip-ins. If you're on a budget, just buy yourself cherry clip-ins. Put in the small amount of extra legwork to get them clipped and stuff. And then boom, you're easy peasy. You're good to go. They don't cost a lot if you know where to buy them. Oh my god. This Adam guy, dude. Just bought a Mode Sonnet 2026. Should I grab foam just in case? I'm always in the... Listen, evidence. I'm always in the camp, if you want some options down the road for your board, buy the foam. I think the foam kit's like $10, $15. If you, in 2 years, are like, hey, I'm now into foamy keyboards, all you have to do is disassemble the board and then put in the foam you purchased. You don't have to like re-buy it and pay shipping again. Say no to foam and use $10 to sub to Alex. Well, I appreciate you. But you don't have to do that. Buy your foam. Get it. All right, let's start modding these. 205. What's going on here? Do you prefer your switch spring lubed or not? I do like lubing the springs, just ever so slightly though. I don't go crazy. Evidence, thank you very much for the Prime. Thank you. Alex, what were you ordering? Options or anything and everything? Ooh, for brunch? Okay, ordering brunch, can't say I've ever done that before. I don't know how well this would like travel to you. But like for brunch, I'm always kind of oh man. Brunch keep sides. Oh man. I've always been kind of like a fried egg with like chicken and waffles kind of guy with maple syrup. I kind of like that. But I've also had like really, really good, I don't know what to call this exactly. It's like I think when I ordered it, it was called like a Harvest French toast or something like that. But essentially it was a French toast with basically drowning in fruits. And then on top of that too, they also had like cut up sausage and stuff like that too. It was delicious. My mouth's watering. I don't even remember where I bought this thing from, but it was so good. Yeah, maybe something like that. I'm dying to see the mode prologue to know if I can join the other GBs. I don't think I'm doing the mode prologue anytime soon, but I think the Sonnet's going to be next up. I'm dying to see it in person too. Nutella? Bro, it's so hard for me to want to eat Nutella anymore. So difficult. Every time I have Nutella, I just feel hella guilty. It's bad, man. Today was a horrible day, Crummy. What happened, man? Talk to me. Nutella? Nutella? Okay, you know what there? Pancake spaghetti? What is that? Belly. What keyboard are you using right now? I'm using the Manta, a keyboard Bull and I designed. The Manta 65. Nutella? That's how I've always pronounced it. Okay, hashtag ad these guys. Tiramisu French toast sounds delicious. Can you tell me what switches you have in the Manta? Bumblebee linears, but I think the cherry. Oh, sorry, the spacebar is not cherry. The spacebar is actually this switch now. It is the TTC XPT switch. Yo, if I can put you guys onto one switch recently, bro, these switches are gas, bro. Big fan. I finished lubing them now. So whenever we have a spare day or something, I'm going to install these into the new Manta build. These are so nice feeling. I don't know how they sound inside the Manta, but the spacebar sounds really good, considering I already put it in the spacebar. They're TTC XPTs. If you guys are curious, they're basically just cherry switches, but I find they have a bit more bass and they have a bit more scratch. To me, it's like the perfect blend. Will you click it again? Oh, let me just make sure I'm not clicking anything important here. I don't know if you guys can hear it well from here, but it's perfect. I'll type later in front of the... It's just nice. It has a beautiful scratch to it. Is it worth modding my old GMK Pro at all with new foams and stabs? Yeah, why not? Dude, I feel like that's going to be a fun project at the very least. I'd say why not give it a go? No, I just dude, I didn't even spring swap the TTC once. I just did it as is. Even these ones here, like, I know this is going into a Manta build that I'm soldering. They're just as is. I didn't even bother with the spring. The spring feels good. I don't love the tolerance of the spring, I'll be real with you. I think they're just okay, but you know what, for what it's worth, like, it's fine. I'm not spending extra money on springs that are just to get that slight edge with springs for me right now. Like, I don't need to do that. But if you're one who really cares about that, which you know what, probably recommend. Probably want a spring swap. I don't need to film them though. They definitely don't need to be filmed. Am I going to review the equilibrium? I don't know what the hell's happening with that board, the equilibrium. I'm going to tell you guys right now. I was told that we're supposed to do it this Sunday, and then I got told, never mind, we're not running the board anymore from Click Clack. So I have literally no clue what's happening. When you say cherry spacebar, is it like if you just have a cherry spacebar, it's usually a bit scratchier, yeah. Want more resistant springs? Interesting. Neo 75 CU or Mode Sonnet? Ooh. Mode Sonnet. I like the CU, but the Mode Sonnet looks way better. Don't get me wrong. The CU sounds great. Like the 75 CU. The Sonnet is more of a timeless keyboard than the Mode board. How do you guys feel about that decision? Clicky build? I don't know if I'm going to do a clicky build anytime soon. I don't know if I have that on my mind. Was going to buy a Neo 75 CU, but ended up with a Mode Sonnet. How do you feel about your decision there? Was it a good one? The equilibrium is on pause. I feel like it's been on pause for years. How about a licky build? Excuse me? I would say Mode, but them doing away with custom combos makes me less inclined to... I suppose. I understand why they're getting away from custom combos, though. It is a lot of extra work and a lot of extra cost. But at the same time, I feel like they kind of built their brand on that a little bit. I'm still excited to see new Mode stuff. Can't lie. Are you a fan of exploded arrow keys? I mean, yeah, I would say so. I feel like there are some layouts with non-exploded that look good, but I usually prefer like the extra aluminum, I suppose. I don't know. I can use a drink of water here. Did you buy these stock? Which one's Jedi? Don't get me wrong, I get it, but I'm saying it's not like it used to be. I would have been a no-brainer prior, but now you have to like the combos. No, I totally get what you mean, bro. This is something we also struggled with the Manta, because there are people who literally told us they weren't going to buy the Manta 65 because the color combos weren't right. And I get it. But it was either that or like an extra $25 per board, which we were just like, we can't justify this at the moment. It's decision making on a business end of things. It's poopy, but the switches, like the Obscuras, these were lubed by me. Or did you mean the TTC XPTs? Those were unlubed, but I lubed them. I don't even know if those come in a lubed version. I think they only come unlubed, from what I saw anyways on TTC's website. Have you ever ultrasonic cleaned your switches? Nah. Dude, I was going to get that whole setup one time, and then I realized, I'm like, dude, I would never use this. I do this all the time where I buy extra pieces thinking I'll use things and then never touch it. Never ever, dude. Which is why someone asked between Neo and Mode. Now it really does come down to what combo suits you, since it's not like brain dead recommendation just to go Mode, since you'll customize whatever you like. Yeah, I think the only thing I will say about Mode, an edge that they do have on the Neo when it comes to like their board combos, is I do feel like they're a bit more tame. To me, that's an edge. I do feel like I prefer that. Maybe that's a personal preference thing. Do you actually? I didn't even know there was a thing for records. Actually, you know what? I want to... Hold on. 1, 2... Okay, I think I had too many of these out. Some people were telling me also that I need to start doing... Because I've been trying to do some shorts again. If you guys... Your camera's a bit tilted. Oh, I'll fix that later. You're right. It is a little... I think maybe my desk is crooked. It's not my camera. There. And I think this is crooked too. What happened? Bent desk? Oh my god. It's not. It's just sitting weird, man. That's it. Oh my gosh, dude. You played yourself? What was I gonna say? Could you repeat what switches are that MX but deeper? They are TTC XPTs. Oh, some people were saying that they thought my recent short stuff, because I've been doing like slower paced YouTube shorts, they thought it was too slow, and they were giving me some like recommendations to go a little bit faster. But I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to do YouTube shorts that just feel like part of the algorithm, I guess. Like where everything needs to be like boom, 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 boom. And then the music's really loud and then everything's kind of in your face and you kind of have to watch it a few times to like digest the information properly. Yeah, that's what I don't know, man. I'm talking about it out loud only because I don't know. It's this weird balance, I guess, that I have to try to find of like, do I do the content I enjoy or do the content that performs well? You know what I mean? Wait, I still need this. It's TikTok generation. All these kids want 10 seconds or less. Man, it's... I don't know about you guys. It's been so bad for me. Like, I've been trying to really not get on TikTok and social media. And when I do find myself getting really hooked. But I've been getting better nowadays when I'm finding myself getting super, super hooked. I kind of just like shake it off and I just turn everything off, you know? I try my best. I heard you watch the BTMC video, which I loved so much. Yeah, man, like, I haven't really spoken to Ed, like, Ed in a long time, but he is such a good guy. When he was dabbling in some keyboard content and, you know, I think I helped him out on some stuff, and then, you know, he was just being I rate him every now and then whenever I see him online. He's a good guy. A lot of what he said about content creation, which I don't know if is a topic we'll talk about today, but a lot of what he said really resonated with me, or it was just stuff I was just nodding my head to, being like, I understand that completely. About how, like, one thing, I'll just say one thing that super duper resonated with me was when he was talking about, actually I'll leave the music on. He was talking about basically doing stuff out of passion but then knowing in the back of your head that people will be like always doing this to like pander basically to the audience or clip farm or whatever the term may be. But like, you know, in your own heart, you're doing it out of passion, but you can definitely see how it can go both ways. And it's something that I've dealt with sort of on a personal level when it comes to even how I review boards, like how I don't get super duper angry when I review things. Like I just review things casually and with a pretty civil tone, and how people will want me to be a bit more like aggressive but still convey the exact same message for whatever reason. So it's one of those things where it's like, you know, you mean well, but you know how it can be perceived. And you know that like sometimes when you're doing it the way that you want to, it just, you never win basically. And I understood what he meant there. And I was like, man, like I get it, dude. I get it. But genuinely, like, I'm happy where he's at. Again, I probably haven't spoken to him as much as I want to, but genuinely a good guy. I like him. Am I Hippio or Scooped Bar? I'm Alex. I think you're very objective and fair in your reviews. Thank you, Oz. But yeah, I mean, sometimes people think otherwise, which is totally fine. Everyone's allowed to think what they want to think, but I understand what he was saying is what I meant to say. Noir Spade 65? No, what even is that? Which brand is making that one there? Are you going to get a Stinga 60? The Stinga 60. It would go nice with the Manta, huh? Am I going to get one? I have no clue. I just wonder how popular Stinga is going to be. I do. I wonder if it's going to just be the next Kohaku, basically, for Elaine. Like, is it going to be, like, a new grail in the worlds of Stinga? Yeah, I did read some of the comments. It did seem very mixed, which is interesting to say the least. I understand what, like, you know, to be very, very, like, on the fence. I do see what people meant about, it was just basically a mini Kohaku, but I mean, like, I don't know. I was expecting that. So, I guess, like, that's literally what I thought it was gonna be. I don't know, like, it was just one of those things where it was just like, yes, it's exactly what I thought it was gonna be. But then some people thought it might have been this, like, crazy thing. So, I think Manta could become a Kohaku type hype. Oh, I don't know. I'm super happy with the way the Manta came out, though. Especially when Elaine said it was a 60 Kohaku. Yeah. So, again, just to be honest with you guys, like, I read the comments and, like, I don't know, like, the expectation for me was very, very tempered because I knew it was going to be. But yeah, I don't think it was a secret, though. As you, I think you guys just said that, too. Like, it wasn't a secret that it was going to be, like, a mini Kohaku, right? This wasn't like a pull the wool over someone's eyes type thing. So, I don't know. I think I got what I wanted. The Stinga looks cool. The Stinga looks cool. It's a mini Kohaku. I don't know. There was definitely some interesting comments on it, though. I'm new to the hobby, so I've not been around for a while. However, Stinga is just recycling Kohaku. I don't have one, and I'm already bored of the recycling. Totally valid. Totally valid. I think if you're just into the Kohaku vibe, then the Stinga is for you. But you know what? To be fair, though, Boxster, maybe, like, and you're not wrong for thinking this either. Maybe that's just not a design that's, like, that resonates with you type thing. You know? Maybe it's just a design that, like, isn't really up your alley, like, overall. Because, like, am I going to go out of my way to go pick up a Kohaku? Or, sorry, not a Kohaku, a Stinga? It depends if I see a color I like. You know? But I feel validated already having a Kohaku. So it's like I don't really need to go out of my way to get a Stinga. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of where I'm at personally. But you know what? For people who want it, the Kohaku but mini, like one row less, technically one row less. Hell yeah. Number 13 arrived for me. What did you buy? So curious right now. As a side profile guy, I've never seen the appeal of a Kohaku. I mean, that's even what I said about this board. You know what I mean? Like, if you're a side profile person, you're looking for different boards. Which, by the way, is super valid. You don't have to love everything. I think the Kohaku gets a lot of different types of praise because it's kind of become a cult classic in a lot of ways. Have you ever speculated multi-Kohaku / unicorn owners or on what they do for a living or how they earn so much money? Because owning an... Listen, I'll be real with you. It's never... That's a very big conversation to have. For your own sanities, I would never really say like, oh, well, this person has a lot of nice things. They must have a really good job. You never know. There are people I've always thought were well off, and I've learned that they've been drowning in debt because they sometimes buy things they shouldn't. As I get a little older, and I sort of, the curtains kind of unveil a bit more, you do see that happen a bit more, where people, I want to say kind of just show you the highlights of their life. And sometimes you don't always get to see like what it took to get there. And sometimes it's not even what it took to get there, So it's not always a great conversation because it could go both ways. Maybe someone's making, 7 figures, making multi-millions per year, and they're just buying all the keywords left and right. But then there's also someone who's maybe like really particular, making 60K per year, who are putting away money every single month just to buy the stuff they want. And this is their only hobbies, right? Like you also have to think about it that way. There's just a lot of diverse things that could happen to get to this endpoint, It's not super black and white. Ultimately, though, my only ever recommendation to you guys is just to be financially responsible. That's it. Don't worry about what your neighbors do. Especially when they're not hurting you. Worry about you. Go into debt for clacky rectangles. The guy I know who has 2 of the nicest cars only makes 50K a year. I mean, dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, you never know. You never know. Yeah, I mean, some people are super great at budgeting things too. I agree with you, Mac. One of the things I like to pride myself on is I don't outside of my keyboards and cameras, I don't do anything, guys. I don't go out for food. When I do play video games, it's usually games that are on sale. And even that, like, I don't really buy a lot of video games. Like, I do stream, yeah, I stream, I work. But, like, outside of, like, money expenditures, I would say, like, the only bad habit I have, I don't buy clothes, period, at all. What's up, Gondo? How you doing, man? I don't buy clothes at all, period. Like, I never buy stuff. Shoes I don't buy. Like, I don't go out and drink. I don't really go out and eat food. The only thing I would ever really do is maybe spend some extra cash on ingredients to cook dinner or food, and maybe some snacks here and there. That's probably my only bad habits outside of like my hobbies, for like money, I'd say. That's it. I don't do anything else, man. I've been very particular with how I spend my money because, like, listen, times are tough for everybody right now. It's not super great. It depends. I try to cook it whatever I can. I try to learn something new, a new recipe. I always try to, like, alter my recipes. it's never super just like black and white with that either. Tons of different things. I recently picked up, which I'm not proud of, but I picked up a bit of a nicer lemon pepper rub. I could have just made my own, but like I heard good things about this particular rub. I'll show you guys one day. I forget the name of it, but I picked it up and it was really good. Are you a full-time streamer or do you have a 9 to 5? Both. Technically full-time streamer, but I technically also have a 9 to 5. Yes. Yes. Best Buy 9 to 5? Dude, I low-key loved working at Best Buy. I think I learned some of like my most valuable skills people-wise from Best Buy. Cameras, that's really all I do. I mean, recently I got into vinyl collecting, but like vinyls are something I will only really buy when we go to like thrift stores. Like I picked up 2 Dean Martin albums recently that were $3 each, 3 Canadian dollars each. So like $1.80 or $2 USD. And then I also went to what's it called? Crate digging or whatever. And I found a Phil Collins vinyl for $10 and a Led Zeppelin 3 album for a few bucks as well. So I only will get them when they're cheap. The only thing I've really spent like big money on is one vinyl, which was I wanted the Violet Evergarden OST, and then I got refunded actually this morning. The only other one I was going to spend some money on was Expedition 33, but my pre-order got canceled because they ran out of space. Mind you, I am late on that bandwagon though, so I really wanted Expedition 33 on vinyl, like the soundtrack for the game. I have a Evo 2 and whatever cart came with it. But like that's a whole other rabbit hole. I was kind of telling everyone here that like I was kind of going down a rabbit hole where I might want to spend a few extra bucks on my record player, but ultimately I don't think I need to. I started my first board. Congrats! Was it easy? It was easy, right? The way you guys spend on keeps is how I spend on vinyl? Damn. So wait, ineffable. I forget the name of it now. Hold on. I wish did I save it somewhere? Fuck. I had a question about a cartridge because I was thinking about changing mine. And then because I kind of want to have one backup cartridge just so like I have it. But I was thinking why not get a little bit of an upgrade? If I tell you what series it's part of, can you tell me the brand? I really don't remember. I'm still kind of all new to this vinyl stuff. It was called the Oyster series. Fuck. I don't remember what the brand was called now. Sumiko, yes, that's what it was called. I was thinking about getting one of theirs. Are they any good? They have like there's a store near me that has like a few on sale, so I just figured like let me see, which one was it in particular from Sumiko? Sumiko is great. Oh, that's good to hear. Sumiko, I think it was the Olympia. Everyone, like I was reading some forums about it, and everyone recommended the one step higher, but like I just don't feel like spending more than that particular one there, the Olympia one. Hi, Copper. How you doing? Currently in the Philippines, stuff like vegetables are becoming expensive. Oh, dude, I heard there's a lot of like things just shooting up in price because of what's going on in the world. I wish you like nothing but the best, my friend. Do you watch anime? I don't know what my top 5 would be. I can tell you as much as I possibly can, but I think like the ones that stick out to me as like memorable animes, Violet Evergarden, number 110%. That's my favorite anime of all time. Then I would probably say Code Geass really stood out to me. Code Geass would be number 2. And then what else? Dude, there's so many animes I need to watch right now. Okay, even though it's not fully done yet. God, I never remember the Japanese name for this. Hold on. Gachi... I don't remember how to pronounce it. Gachi-kuda or whatever? Gachi-akuda? That one there. That's sort of recent. Very recent. Holy shit. That was so good. I really liked that one there. So that might be in my top 5. I don't know what position it would be, but it definitely wouldn't be like number 1 or 2 because I think Code Geass and Bad Everguard are those. It's one of the best new gen ones. Dude, it's so good. Legitimately so good. You know, I had a My Anime list at one point. I wonder if I still have it. Lord knows, I don't even know what the login is. Let me see. Can I just log into my Google? No. Okay. I don't remember what it was. Let's see. Hold on. Let me just see if I can find my anime list. Because I actually have like... I guess I don't. What else? Okay, while I screw in stabs, I'll think. Look at the number 2 ranked anime on my anime list. Link it. Send me over your list. Is it probably JoJo? The global? Oh. Is it JoJo? How do you see the top here? Top anime. JoJo? It is JoJo. Another anime I've never seen, but I really want to watch is Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Never seen it. I've been meaning to see it for so long. Also, listen, I'll give you guys a hot take. I've tried to start Frieren like 2 or 3 times now. I can't get into it. I know that's like what the best anime in the world right now or whatever. I just can't get into it, man. There's something about it. I can't do it. It's just not for me. Which I think is fair, right? I don't know. It just wasn't interesting. Ooh, Steins Gate was good too. I would say like Steins Gate is definitely up there for me too. Damn, there's a lot on this list that kind of seems new to me. Damn, there is a lot. Oh, this is that weird song. Hold on. This is like that cat weird one. I'm going to skip this song here. I recommend you should watch Black Clover. I think I've tried to watch Black Clover, but I wasn't really into it. I thought the movie was boring. Oh, is that the... shoot, what is it called? I know what movie you're talking about. Chainsaw Man? Oh, I thought we were talking about the Kimi no Gawa or whatever. Chainsaw Man I actually kind of got bored of. I think that's one of my give up animes. Oh, wrong way. Did you watch that romance anime between a woman and a street lamppost? No, it sounds very anime though. You know what anime was really good? I don't know the ranking of it though. Let me see. I'm just going to give you as the English name. I really enjoyed this one. It was I Want to Eat Your Pancreas. That was actually... To me, I got a little emotional. Parasite was good too. Oh man. It's a weird name for the anime, but it's really good. It's not what you guys expect. It's actually pretty sad. What a gut punch. Yeah. Okay, you know what other anime that I really liked this, but I know it ran into a whole bunch of controversy because of like stealing art, was No Game No Life. Patty and I watched it for movie night and we were not about it. Do you mean like you just weren't into it, or just like you're about to cry type thing? Paper65 has a fixed bottom row in 2026? Yeah, we said the same thing, Scythe. Clannad? Okay, can I be honest with you about Clannad? I can't. I've watched it, and I've watched it twice. It doesn't hit for me. It doesn't make me sad. You know what I thought was an exceptional anime as well? Fuck, I've been really bad at remembering names. Is it Journey to the Center of the World or whatever? Journey to the Center of the Earth or something? Journey to the Edge of the Universe? It's an anime about... Oh, shoot. It's a slice of life. The Antarctica one. It's the Antarctica anime. Antarctica anime. This will pop up for sure. A Place Further Than the Universe. That's what it's called. That was really good. I thought that one there, to me... I know it's like 8.1 or something on like some of the rating sites, but I think that one there was higher. Grand Blue? Dude, I wonder what the funniest anime I've seen is. I still need to get into JJK again. I really liked it when I watched it. You get super emotional with Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball's great. I just recently rewatched everything. Girl and Logon's really good. Danny Dan's really good too. I think Danny Dan's like one of the more modern like masterpieces for me. I thought it was excellent. That made me laugh like crazy, man. Oh, you know what anime is really good? I'm actually starting to watch it. It's just so dark. It really makes you think. I feel like even terrible even bringing it up. Alex's #1 ranked anime is Sword Art Online. Don't even get me freaking started with that, dude. Please. No, hold on. I will tell you guys the anime name. I'm just going to load up my Crunchyroll account. Hold on. No, not Made in Abyss. Oh boy. Let me just view my history 1 sec. Oh, is this going to just give me all the episodes I've watched? Oh boy. I have to scroll down something awful here because I've watched a lot of Dragon Ball Z. Togepi's Original Sin. Yeah, that's what it is. Takopi's Original Sin. Holy shit. That anime... Like, you have to really mentally be prepared for that. Yeah, I already did that, Pancake. That's why I had to relog in. You really have to be prepared for that particular anime. But don't even get me started with Sword Art Online, please. I don't even want to talk about it. Literal trash. You gotta catch up with SAO. Nah. I'm good. Dude, I already struggled with season 1. Like, season 1 was good. Like, okay, I should say. Not good. It was not good. It was okay. And then season 2 was like literally... They took the anime and then they're just like, how can we milk everyone who liked this anime? And make all the characters shit. They succeeded on doing so. They really, really did. The worst. Oh, man. The art is kind of misleading. Oh, for Takopi's Original Sin? Yeah, it's really misleading. What was my favorite DBZ moment? My favorite DBZ moment was when Future Trunks sees Frieza, and Frieza comes back to Earth and he's all like rebuilt and stronger, and then just like slices and dices Frieza in like 2 seconds. I think that was probably my favorite moment in DBZ. That was so funny, dude. Was that Super or DBZ? I don't even remember now. That was DBZ, right? Watch the clip? No, I'm not watching that clip. That was me. I was watching it. I proved to you guys. Okay, I don't need to. You should watch the anime movie Grave of the Fireflies. I have not seen Grave of the Fireflies in a long time, and I'm actually scared to rewatch it. I feel like I'm going to get really emotional again. So that might be one of those ones I actually skip for a little while. Unless I really feel like having an emotional night. The moment that when Trunks transforms and Frieza remembers Goku's eyes, pure cinema. Trunks is such a cool character. You know, my only thing with Dragon Ball, in general, is, and I understand why they did this, because for some reason the fans just won't let Goku go. I really feel like Gohan needed his time to shine. I feel like Gohan was supposed to be like the next chapter for Dragon Ball, but instead they just decided to make Gohan whatever. I really feel bad for what they did to my boy Gohan, bro. I really do. That's literally true. Well, apparently the fans just could not fathom the idea that Goku wouldn't be the best. They redeemed with that beast form. Yeah, dude, I'm so excited for the new Dragon Ball stuff coming out. My friend gifted me an 80 HE. Did your Switch recommendation for the HE boards change at all recently? Nope. I would still say they're exactly the same. In fact, I think I've kind of solidified that some of the other more expensive HE switches aren't anything like too crazy to write home about, and they're not worth the price point. I get it. Gohan saved the world against Cell and just wanted a normalish life. He still got action after, but got to settle down. I guess. I mean, that's a nice way to look at it, I suppose. But I think, like... I think my issue with Gohan is they kind of put him through all these trials and tribulations of, like, just getting there. And then decided to, okay, now he doesn't do anything. And now Goku's back and more dumb than ever. And don't get me wrong, I love most of all Dragon Ball. You know, like, I love it. But, like... Goku's a cool character, but he is painful to watch sometimes. Like, the way he acts and how stupid he is, he's painful to watch. Goku's something wrong with him, for sure. I don't know what it is, but it's something. Goku's also a bad father? Oh, terrible. Bad husband, too. Fire Force just had its DBZ moment today. Oh, really? Why? It's wild the fans at DBZ can't fathom Goku's getting old and needs a recliner chair at this point. For me, it's just Goku and how, like, crappy of a character development he's always had. He's just always been the same. He just gets stronger. That's it. At least with Vegeta, I feel like Vegeta's actually had character development. Like, low-key, I love Vegeta. I think he's great. I think my second favorite moment out of all of Dragon Ball was in Super when Beerus is on the boat. And, you know, I think Boo knocks over... Boo eats something and then Beerus gets upset. And then Beerus hits Bulma. Or, like, I can't remember what he does exactly to Bulma. But, like, seeing Vegeta get so, like, peeved... I legitimately was like, damn, Vegeta... First of all, like, that shows that Vegeta actually does care a lot about Bulma. But just seeing how, like, peak he gets there, I was like, dude, that's crazy. Yeah, don't touch my Bulma type thing. Yeah, that was crazy, dude. And he like I think his eyes went white, right? And he like lost control or whatever. What keycaps do you have on the Manta? I have GMK Pacific, which is not my favorite set in the world, but it looks good. I just left it on. Yeah. Speaking of getting emotional, when are you gonna go see Project Hail Mary? Well, I was thinking about maybe this weekend, but I looked up the price of the IMAX tickets, Insty, and they are pretty expensive. So I might pass. We actually have to go do some family stuff on Saturday, and quite frankly, like, I don't know if I can do that, like family stuff, which is also going to cost us some money because we have to like, we're getting some like lunch, and then spend an extra like $70 on tickets to go see a movie. So probably going to be one of those things where I pass for now. Your Lie in April is one of my faves of all time. Oh no, that was a really good anime too. Honestly, I almost forgot about that one there. Very good anime. When are we getting a stream with Calamity? I don't know, man. Been asking her. Soon. She said she'd be open to it. I already asked, like, kind of recent. They are TTC XPT switches. I really like them. That's my next Manta build. You work 2 jobs, live a little? It's more like 1.5 jobs. Streaming doesn't pay that much. One day we should do a breakdown of like what things cost and stuff. It's enough to survive in Toronto. We'll be doing a new Sonnet build? Yes. Soon. Your Lie in April destroyed lives for real? It was really good. Secretly hoarding wealth and driving in a Porsche 911. Yeah, with my recently acquired driver's license. It's super recent. That was my first vehicle. I bought a Porsche 911. And just driving around like it ain't nothing. Driving it around. I knew it. First car, you know, figured might as well just go big. Didn't know you had all that? Yeah, me neither. Grave of the Fireflies also wrecked me. Ghibli movies in general are just on another level. I love, when I'm just like bored, I just put a Ghibli movie on in the background. Porsche in the Snow? Yeah. Considering I don't even like have a garage, a Porsche would not be the right thing to do. He attends drift school. Do you think GMK should do a Topper-based keycap set? Interesting. I don't know. I probably wouldn't get one myself, but that'd be interesting. Thanks for picking me up in the Ferrari the other day. What are more expensive, Ferraris or Porsches? I think Ferraris, right? We can't even get a WRX on P plates in Australia, let alone 911. Yeah. Porsche's 4x4, so good choice. Ferrari. Ferraris are more expensive. Damn, I had no clue. These are Obscura switches, but the collaboration ones that I did. Little Obscuras today. All right, so let's slap this in the case. So first of all, we have our 2 different mounts we can do here. Do they just slap everything in one little container? Let's see. Porsche in the Snow, of course. That's why he got a Cayenne? Cayenne? I don't know this. I don't know all the Porsches, guys. I'm sorry. I'm a fake fan. Well, no, I was never really a fan, but I'm a fake Porsche guy, clearly. You can get a Ferrari after Rum 60 sales. I feel like me and Bull need to rename the board now. Hold on, let me go back to the Paper website and see exactly what they're doing. Maybe we do. Maybe we have to rename it. Let's see, what did they do here for this? So, bean gaskets. I mean, let's just do bean gaskets for now. I mean, yeah, let's just do bean gaskets for now. These bean gaskets are rather stiff. Hold on a second. These don't look like the right things. Let me open up this tab. One sec, guys. Sorry. Just the image is really small. I mean, I think this is it. Dude, I might cry. I made a mistake and I got to desolder a bunch of keys. What happened? I'm sure it'll be easy to fix. Oh no, that's not it. So wait, where are the gaskets? Oh no, did I not see them somewhere? Did I leave them inside the case? Did they forget bean gaskets? Maybe we can only do bottom mount today? One sec. I forgot that I didn't need to put a stabilizer on the right shift because it's got a weird layout, so I got to desolder half the board. Oh, it's okay, man. Honestly, experience. I think a lot of people would feel like financial info is a personal topic. Totally respect that, but I think it'll be really interesting to have a good general idea of how keyboard content creation pays. Generally speaking, if any creators are open to share, in nursing, we're really open about how much our job pays. Yeah, it's, you know, I always hear nurses just like openly talk about their job stuff. Always. Hold on a sec, though. We'll get back into that conversation in one moment. Maybe they did forget to give me one thing. I low-key kind of assumed all of this stuff was just gasketing. But let's see. I know, it's always one thing, right? You should collaborate with Captain? On what? Don't let them dissuade you from getting what you're worth? Yeah. Hold on, guys. One sec. Oh, let me just check in my box here. There's one other little box, so I don't think these are it yet. Okay. It does seem like maybe, unfortunately, we don't have the bean gaskets. I wonder if just other bean gaskets would work fine, because these seem to be pretty universal. I'll message them, and we might have to do a restream, or I guess just an extra stream with the bean gaskets. Just triple check everything here. I mean, I didn't see them. Check inside the box. No, they're not in here. So we probably will only do bottom mount today. No, they don't have them. Oh well. Bottom mount only it is. Take care, Kayla. So, how on earth does this work? Very unfortunate. I mean, maybe they only meant for me to do bottom mount, but I'm not too positive. I'll send them a message and we can just maybe have them ship us an extra set if they even have one. I'm sure other creators will do something of that nature, though. So, this is comprised of 3 parts for the bottom mount. First, it needs a plastic washer on the bottom. And then it also needs a plastic washer on the top. Or an acrylic washer, I should say. However, I can already tell you this looks a little annoying to assemble. Probably the other mounts sound terrible. Didn't want you to... I mean, I think the only other mount was bean gaskets. I don't love the way that we have to lay these things down like this. If anything, they should have put a slot in the middle. Maybe there's a better trick to this. This is easy enough, though. Putting the little sockets in this and the plate itself. So it just uses these little like T-shaped circular drop-in pieces of acrylic. These are easy. It's more the O-rings on the bottom. Or the gaskets, we should say. I'm not super duper confident in bottom mount, though. Like I said, I'll probably just go find some of the... I'm pretty sure they use the same molds as some of the other boards, so I'll definitely go look here in a second after we install this for the gaskets. Let's just do one and one for the corners here. I can already tell this is going to just shift around everywhere. Okay, well, I'm going to do my best here. Can we please make posters of your keyboard photos? Oh! What kind of... I mean, if you guys are super serious about that, I'm already going through my photos to revamp the sizes anyways for another project. What sizes would you guys want for posters? And is poster stuff you guys... Other than like one person, like, is there interest in posters? Nope. See, like this already got knocked over. Let me see if I can just salvage this one piece over here. Okay. I think we're good. You just got to be super careful. I'm not super a big fan of the way this assembles, unless there's an easier way which I'm missing. But this seems to be the only like real solution to doing this. Not terrible, but not ideal. What happened? Cutouts of keyboards? Oh my gosh. Like cardboard ones? Oh my gosh. Okay. Yep. So here is a, I guess, look at how these bottom mounts install. So interesting. It has the piece of acrylic and then a piece of acrylic again here. And the screw basically isolates itself away from the plate. Oh, piece of hair. Interesting. I guess. There's people making it weird in chat. Guys, don't make it weird. We've talked about this in the past. No making it weird, please. The plate is nice, though. The plate is pretty. It's a pretty carbon fiber plate. All right, let's put the top on, put some keycaps on, and then I'll go find some gaskets, because I'm pretty sure these are just standard Wuche gaskets. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What is going on here? Why aren't we closing? Oh, I made a boo-boo. I didn't screw this one here all the way. My bad, my bad, my bad. Now we're good. Okay. Is bottom mount popular somewhere in the world that I don't know about? Neither. I don't know about it either. I've only ever had bad experiences with bottom mounts. Let's see. Maybe, hey, man, maybe this will change how I think about bottom mount. Who knows? We'll do a little windbreaker today. I feel like it kind of makes sense for the paper. You know? Wind. Paper plane. Should be a fun combination. Do I have high hopes for bottom mount? No. So we'll go, before I do the typing test, I'm gonna just quickly go see if I can find the gaskets. Pretty sure I have some. This keycap set is nice, isn't it? GMK CYL Windbreaker. Good set. Overall, very good set. Maybe bottom mount would be better with like a soft plastic plate though, maybe. Did you get the novelties? I did not get the novelties. Keeping me awake, sane for another night-long drive. There's a huge event in my hometown, so last-minute hotels are 700 USD instead of 250. I'm driving to 4 hours back to my current home base. God damn. That's a big increase. What kind of event is it, if you don't mind me asking? But I guess to go back to like the financial aspect of things. Oh yeah, okay. If you guys are genuinely interested, maybe one day we can go over like stuff. But for example, I can tell you guys, first of all, as a Canadian content creator, basically zero sponsorships from outside keyboard brands. I actually don't think I've ever gotten one, if I'm being real with you guys. Those are typically the thing that pay the most. So instead, I rely on my Novel Keys paycheck and Twitch. And don't forget, I'm not like I'm an employee from Novel Keys, but I'm technically contracted. So like, I don't know how it works in the States, but if you're contracted here, it's like I'm running either my own business or like you're a sole proprietor. And when that happens, you're in charge of paying like all your taxes and stuff. So sometimes it's not like as much as you'd think. Perfect. What's going on here today? Maybe I need to adjust that stab underneath. And then Twitch. On a good month for Twitch, I think I've seen about... let's say the average for Twitch.
Gifted a tier 1 sub to Royalism. They have given 18 gift subs in the channel.
Thank you. For Twitch, on average, I think the number I last checked, which was last month, not including subathon stuff, is about 650 subs per month. Which I get, I think, the 70 payout now, but it's not exactly, it's not like, it's not $5 anymore. It depends on the region you're in, and then there's also other things like Prime isn't worth as much. So it's not quite, it doesn't quite like equate to $3 times 6. It's like 2.80. But even with that, it's still like after Twitch takes stuff and whatnot, it's not like crazy amounts of money. And usually I just put that money back into like giveaways or things or parts for the channel. I pretty much don't make much or really anything off of the build commissions I do. Pretty much those cover other expenses. Isn't there Canadian laws that require your content to be partly Canadian too? No. I mean, How much more Canadian can you get than me talking about maple syrup, I guess. That's it. Yeah, maybe for subsidies or something, or government paychecks. I feel like $50 is such a good price for commission in today's economy. Yeah, except I'm an idiot about things, and I just want people to have a good experience. So sometimes, which I never really talk about much, there are little expenses that comes up with commission builds that I just cover out of the $50. So realistically, and again, last time I did the math, and we can really go into detail about this one day, but it's more like $35 to $30 or something like that. It's just over half actually makes it to my pocket, then gets taxed. Because there's some other things that I just decide to cover. And then there's a lot of random expenses as doing a keyboard content creator. Like, kinda like it's like 10 or 15 bucks take home per commission. Thank you, Time Warp. Thank you. And then there's a lot of other random things that come up. I do a lot of shipping back and forth for products and things. And unfortunately, there are things that, you know, I just need to insure, and no one wants to pay me back for that insurance. So I did the math last year for that, and that was actually quite expensive. Very, very expensive to cover for those things as well. And that's not just client builds. That's just like products to other people, sending things back and forth. I just don't want to be held responsible for things. That's it. I am sponsored by some brands. Sponsorships vary depending on like what I offer. I would say my actual saving grace isn't even the Twitch money, which again, that largely varies, because there was a few months ago that I was only at like 450 subs. I say only, that's still substantial, but like compared to like, you can't like, what's the word I'm looking for? You can't depend on that. It's not a stable number. But yeah, like sponsorships vary. There are some sponsorships that, like, depending on the company, like sometimes they pay a lot, sometimes they don't pay a lot. So it really depends. That legitimately sustains me being a content creator. Dude. Thank you, Fio. I appreciate the 10 tier ones. Without the sponsorships from brands, like within the keyboard world, I legitimately wouldn't be able to do this. So, and I don't think there's any other type of income I have for you guys. I don't make anything off YouTube, just as an FYI. Mostly all. Well, I shouldn't say anything. Damn, dude. Thank you, Ray. We'll do a giveaway here in a second. We'll do 2 giveaways. YouTube. I have someone editing stuff, and that person is Manoli. Whatever the YouTube videos make, including months after, I give him 100% of the income of that. That is my pay structure with him. So whatever it makes, I don't want to take like from his bread. You know what I mean? Like, he helps me out a lot. So, but even so, like, to be completely honest with you guys, like the stuff that I edit isn't super, super crazy. And no, I actually think Hippio is considered the biggest YouTube content creator. Hippio or Glarshes, one of the two. I am in the custom content, maybe a larger figure, but definitely there are people who are like, even Switch and Click is way bigger than me. Merch doesn't sell. I think like outside of the Switches I sell, guys, it's 30-40 bucks a month. it's not a lot for merch. Like merch, you have to really push merch. And you know me, I'm fucking awful at that kind of shit. So ultimately though, like, I've already come to peace that there's probably a million things that I could be doing better to better like monetize myself in the hobby. I'm fine. As long as I'm getting by, I'm fine. I make damn sure though I can get by. So don't even stress on that front, guys. There's no need to feel any sort of ways about that. Sometimes there are larger projects I've taken. Like I think openly one of the largest projects I've ever taken, but dude, it was a lot of work. I did photography and video work and a whole bunch of things. I can't even begin to tell you how many things I did. I think it paid like $5,000, $6,000. And, but it was about a week and a half, 2 weeks worth of work. And I tell myself all the time, man, if I could land those, like if I can get 2 of those a month, which I've only ever gotten like 3 in my whole lifetime of doing content creation that big. If I can land those often, that would be sweet. But yeah, I don't really do it that often. It's hard to get. Again, this doesn't come into play all the time, but a lot of the times brands don't want to send stuff to me because I'm in Canada. And because I am more of a niche content creator, it's kind of like they're spending extra stuff on me for sometimes no reason at all. All right. Oh, that's the wrong profile for that. Let me just switch this out and then we'll do the giveaway stuff. And then we'll do a typing test. And in case you guys are wondering, I also make about 11 or 12 cents per month from Instagram. And then $0, literally 0, from TikTok. So that is like, you know, big money, I'd say. Like I said, without doing like prototype content, like that again depends on like what people want for photography and stuff like that. Sponsored content, which like today, for example, and actually technically not today. Today is not sponsored content. Well, it is sponsored content, but this was just the keyboard was sent to me. Sponsors, I should say, are like the biggest thing, and then sometimes paid projects. But how hard, if at all, are you pushing the sponsors to make sure they pay up? It's very rare that people are bad with that, but I'm on top of things. 3K a month to stream? I missed that. I should have taken that up. Do you report the 12 cents? I mean, yeah, you have to, but it's stupid. It makes me feel so dumb being like 12 cents. Where did I put the page up? Here it is. Alex refused to tell me the best way to support. You guys just do you. I'm not telling you nothing. You guys can just hang out here and chill. But I think the biggest expense, and while I get the giveaway set up here, and then I'm gonna go find the gaskets and we'll do typing tests. The biggest expenses? Because I saw someone ask that. Shipping and parts are legitimately some of the biggest expenses. More so parts. And believe it or not, it's not the keyboards. It's not like the keycaps. It's legitimately just like cycling through switches, cycling through lubricants, all these things. Like, holy crap, sometimes they just end up being so much. And then surprise, like, oh, you get like a big taxes on your shipments and stuff too. All right, let's do a giveaway. Actually, should we do the redo? So just everyone take a pause for right now. How much do you do from YouTube? I don't think you get anything different for having 100,000 subs. I think it's just that you just have 100,000. I mean, I haven't gotten anything different. Maybe I'm missing something. Let's see. We have some giveaways to do right now, guys. So let's do some giveaways. So the first giveaway we have, I mean, let's just do it in order here. This one here is going to be a mystery keycap set and a set of granite switches. So let's do this while I go look for the gaskets. Enjoy, enter. I do ask winners pay for shipping this time around, guys, just because literally, I can't afford it no more. You guys enjoy. These are just random, like these are brand new keycaps with brand new switches. And then I will be right back. Ooh. Let me go find these gaskets. I wonder if I just just left a set of gaskets in here. I think I did. You know what? I think maybe I can steal them out of that other Zoom board, maybe. I think they're exactly the same, but I'm not 100% positive. Actually, where's the other Zoom board? Was it back here? No, it was over here. Oh, hold on, it's just me. I don't know. DHL? No, I don't want to answer you right now, DHL. Later. It's just me. I'm sorry. I can see what they're typing to me right now. Hold on, I'm actually gonna use the washroom too, guys. I'm drinking too much liquids. Be right back. This chair is amazing at making keyboards. Okay, let me see, because I see one of the mounts in here. I just want to see if these are similar. I don't actually think so, though. If these are, we're golden. If not, then I'm not going to stress too much today. No, these are different. Okay, we can't do the gaskets because I don't have them. It's okay. We'll just do the one mount. I'll send them a message. Maybe we'll get some sent out to us or something. It just seems like maybe, I don't know. I thought everything was in this one little package, but I guess not. So, let's plug this in. You're in the way of the chair? My bad. Okay, I don't know how the screen boots up. Everything else works. I know that because I should have actually tested the screen too. Ooh, this is pretty though. Damn. RGB is fun on this, yeah. Hold on, let me say something here. You and most of the community seem to like keycaps that don't in part match the color of the case, such as the ones right now. I really don't get it. I think we have fun with our stuff, and I think that's the most important thing. That's all. Let's see. Is there any documentation on how to get the screen on? I don't think so. Let's see. Well, I mean, outside of the screen, let's just not worry about that for right now. The LEDs are really bright. Are you sure? Are you for real? It's gonna make me close something. I'm gonna open up this. Don't do it. You're lucky. Can you turn off the studio lights? Yeah. Although again, I think my camera's a bit bright today. Let me just turn it down a little bit here. It is pretty bright. I mean, yeah, actually, these are really bright LEDs. Holy smokes. I mean, you can even see, like, this is no joke. This is bright. Yeah, it does seem like there's a bit of bleed here, but I wonder if that's because I'm actually confused if it's bleed or just too bright. A small part of me also thinks, yeah, okay. So before I type on it, you see how they have, maybe this can be changed. See how the diffuser is literally the whole thing? These are front-facing LEDs, like they're front firing. So it looks like in order to get this whole thing over here illuminated, unfortunately, it has to bleed a little bit. I'm sure if you put the foam in, actually no, the foam probably wouldn't help that much. No, we're gonna end the giveaway right now. All right, ending the giveaway right now, and then we'll do a typing test. And then we'll do the other giveaway, okay? Closing now for keycaps and switches, and winner is Arrow. Congratulations. Is Arrow here? We have to make sure Arrow's here first. Congrats, Arrow. What? There you are. Congratulations. Can you send me a DM on Twitch? And then the other giveaway was actually the Shelby 65. The person who won it, just this one here, they confirmed that they'd like us to do a reroll for it. So we're gonna redo the Shelby. Okay, I'm trying to delete the old Shelby giveaway, but it's fine. We'll just redo it over here. Shelby 65. Go ahead and enter, guys. All right, so maybe I need to flash this or something. All right, anyways, doesn't really matter too much. Let's just do a typing test. So this is bottom mount. It's the only, again, gaskets we have for this today. Bottom mount with Obscura switches and a carbon fiber plate. Oh wow, the alphas actually don't sound that bad. I take back everything I said about bottom mount. We can try a different spacebar. This sounds pretty good to me, actually. I need to tune the spacebar a little bit better here, but... It's not as loud as I thought it would be. I don't think it sounds dull or thin. For some reason, it's just a little bit lower on volume. Let me give it a good listen here. Hold on a second. Maybe thin's not the right word. You know what it's not? It's not a lot of dynamics. I don't think there's a lot of range. So maybe flattened, because thin, I was usually what I associate thin with is like very like bright or just like it's narrow sounding. This has like the bass, the volume, everything, but it doesn't seem to want to rise past that. I'm very shocked that it sounds even this good for bottom mount, to be completely honest with you guys. Like, very shocked. I really want to try this in its gasket formation here, gasket mount. You know, let me see something. Maybe I can get this to pseudo kind of work. Give me one moment, guys. Could be combination, good isolation, but also the catchball system not pushing too much against the other mounts. I think they did a good job with the bottom mount. This is like the first keyboard in a while. In terms of like feeling wise, in case you guys are curious, by the way. It feels like a top mount. Like it literally sounds like top mount to me, or feels like top mount rather. It's definitely firm. Like there's no room for give here at all. I'm curious though, because in theory there should be some space. I'm curious if I get rid of these two right over here, which we're gonna unscrew these anyways. So what if I were to remove these two screw points? And then let's slide out those other pieces underneath. There's no room for movement. None at all. Oh. What did I do wrong here? Oh, wow. Okay. So that definitely brightens up the spacebar a bit. And that makes the spacebar feel a bit more soft as well. And I don't think there is a way to even make this bottom out with this particular plate. In a way, I also feel like the alphas got brightened up. Interesting. Okay. Let me go see if I can pseudo get this to work now with the other gaskets. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me see. Obscures were not designed with CF in mind? Really? I've had good experience with carbon fiber and obscures. I don't think it's anything to do with the obscures, guys. I think it's literally bottom mount. It's a bottom mount keyboard. Can these fit in? I wonder. No. All right, maybe we can't do this. Oh, no, we can. All right, let me go steal these out of the other board there. Give me a moment, everybody. Give me a moment. We're just going to hang out here and just chill. Feel free and keep entering for the Shelby as well. I'm going to go find that board. It's not in that tray. Are you here? Where's our chair? Sorry, I moved it too far back. My room's a disaster right now, everybody, so I apologize. Well, let me move this desk out of the way. Oh, it's so loud when I do that. I know you guys are missing the chair. I apologize. I apologize right this instant. Where did I put the Zoom 64? That is the question. I'll give you back your chair, okay, guys? Take back your chair while I go look for these gaskets. I got it. I'm just going to take them out of this board for the time being. So we need like what? I'm only going to do 2 and then 4 on top. Okay. Chair Otos for Prime Minister? Oh boy. Alright, now these are not exactly the right things. I think the other ones have like a small like aligning pin. But I think for the most part this will give us a pretty accurate representation of what the sound is supposed to be like. So, let's give it a go. Dude, I actually really like the Zoom 64. I think Wuche killed it with that board. Some people may disagree, but I think it's fantastic. Let me just readjust this now, because there we go. Damn, so this is like the first bottom mount keyboard I actually think that sounds half decent. Quite literally, the first one. You'll be streaming in the Parliament? A cherry lip, does that top fit on the paper? No, no. Totally different layout. I wonder if it's just the stepped internals. Yeah, I also wonder if it's just maybe that one little thing that's really making us the huge difference here. But you know what? I'll chalk it up to... I think there's some merit to how they did it with these pieces of acrylic. I don't want to discredit them here for how they did this too. Oh. Okay. I think that Pogo from the PCB is stuck on the case. Oh. No, I just pulled it out a little bit here. Ooh, my stomach just growled. Oh, maybe this is why this is not working 100%. I think I yoinked this out a little bit too far. Okay. I was just curious if that's the reasoning for the improvement. Oh yeah, I'm honestly not sure. Like, I don't want to jump to conclusions either, but definitely nice to see. Can you start a cooking channel as well? I think that would be fire. If in the future I ever get a bigger place, then yes. Right now, like I said, we're kind of, we're not in like shoebox territory, but we're right next to it. We don't have a lot of room. I think I said it right this time. Room. And our kitchen is rather small, so I think this works. Hopefully this closes fine, but I think we're in a good spot to test this now. Let's see. I think we lucked out. Yep, we're good. Perfect. And let's just put the gaskets away for now inside this little thing here. Say kangaroo. Say kangaroo, but without the kanga and put an M at the end. Room. I've been saying that though, man. Oh my god, dude. Everyone's busy at SWK. Oh yeah, I've kind of assumed everyone's busy this week. It's been a busy week for a lot of people. All right, let's see what it sounds like now. Let's move this keyboard out of the way. Let's plug it back in. Yeah, these keycaps look great on this board, by the way. Absolutely fantastic. Okay, I'll have to figure out, maybe I did something wrong here, because when I did look at the PCB when they told me to, I did have to assemble it, and maybe I just assembled it wrong. This sounds way better now. I can already tell the Elfis have a bit more life to them. All right. I think the standard gaskets clearly work better if you want a poppier sound. That leaves me to think, though, like, who is bottom mount for? Because, okay, they did a good job with bottom mount. It's not like bottom mount is bad. But, like, who is it for? Oh, my stomach's growling again. That's kind of what I want to know. You know? Maybe with a PC plate. That's what I'm saying. Like, remember how I told you guys I think a softener plate might be actually the better answer for it? I think this is a sharp looking keyboard. I like it. I want to figure out is this just not contacting properly? I'm wondering. I don't have a great way to test this though, that's the problem. Oh, I wonder too if it's just my USB cable. Everything's in nicely here. All right, though, I do like the board. I think the board sounds really good in its gasket config. I do think the bottom mount has some merit. But, like, do I love the bottom mount? No. You know, I don't love it. Oh, did I not close there? Oh, this thing's in there too. So then I also want to talk about a few other things about the board too. Okay, that's a little annoying. There are some quirks about the board which I can already tell I don't absolutely love. Okay, so two things about the board that I don't absolutely love. Number one, those bottom gaskets, I think they're a little bit tricky to install, and I don't think they make for a good install experience either. As good as they are, I do feel like there might have been a better solution into getting them to work. As for how that works, maybe it just needs some sort of better cap for the bottom, or just some sort of inlay to where the gasket sits, or technically that acrylic gasket. And then the second thing is, I'm noticing too, as I take this apart, this connector keeps popping out like this. And then every time you go to try to reinstall the board, you can't. You have to like readjust it and kind of put it back and over here, and then hopefully it doesn't pop out when you do that again. I feel like maybe they should add something here so it can like better align and not do this every single time. Like not just like wanna shoot out like it's happy to see me. And I also feel like you might scratch the case doing that. Interesting. And then someone asked me how my take on catchball system is. I think it's fine. Like, I guess if you do that hard enough, it'll come out. But like, for the most part, are you really doing that? Not really. But it can happen. You can get it to shoot out like that, right? So, I mean, Not the safest thing in the world, but it's there. My heart can't take it. Hey, I'm testing the board. People were curious. I'm curious too. Now also, this pogo pin seems like it's very finicky. What is going on, pogo pin? Okay. You know, I think maybe my main issue is this pogo pin connector. We just lost connection again. Ooh, maybe this is something to do with that prototype PCB thing they were telling me about. Okay, I don't know what's going on with the pogo pin connector. But they did warn me that this PCB was a prototype. So maybe something to do with that? No. Okay, you know what I think it honestly is? I think it's the way this is designed. I think it's just how this sits in the case. Honestly. I really do. No, it was happening before too. Let me see something too. Attractive board 2, Womp. Is it shorting? No, I just think it's the way that that bottom piece sits in the case. It's not shorting. I think, yeah, they should do what like KBD Fans does. Or just something, again, I feel like I've never experienced this issue at all, ever, with a pogo pin connector like this. Maybe the cable's too rigid? Perhaps. And it's just like trying to stay in that one spot. Let me see this. Oh, did we just lose connection again? It did, didn't it? Oh, no, we didn't. Wrong way. I'm just trying to see if I can manually get this screen to power up here. If there's like a bad connection or something. Okay, this PCB is a little bit weird right now. No. CPR disk screen? Yeah, a little bit. Alright, well, I'll bring a few things up to Wuche here. I think the main culprit to what I'm seeing, though... Let's just go back on now. The main culprit is I really feel like the pogo pin connector is not sitting in a good spot. I feel like it could be better. So this goes on the outside. And then I think a secondary culprit might be that this is a prototype PCB. So while it turns on and functions in types and the RGB works, perhaps, like I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, this is a prototype PCB. So perhaps it has something to do with that. However, you guys know my stance on stuff like this too. If something gets sent to me where it's not 100%, we have to look at it as it is. How does this screw back in nicely now? What is going on with these two screws? You know? What's the best board you've ever made? Best sounding board? Oh man, honestly, I have no idea how to even answer that. What's the most fun build I've ever done? That's a good question. I wouldn't even begin to know how to answer that. The most fun I've ever had in a build. I don't know. That's a toughie. Okay, I don't know why these are not screwing back on now. No, the 7. That's the worst. I would actually say the 7 has to be one of the most. The 7 and the Tenant are two of the most nerve-wracking keyboards I've ever built to date. Nothing else even comes close. All right, what is going on with this? The Iron 65. Well, it catches here, so I'm doing something wrong here for sure. Forget everyone. Oh no, Kenny's arc was fine, honestly. I really don't think that was as bad as people make it out to be. Should have enough clearance. I'm so confused as to what's happening with this. This is Windbreaker. All right. I'm not understanding where this lack of clearance is coming from on this. Maybe the screw needs to be a little bit longer. Thoughts on the Thermal Plus? Great board. I like it a lot. All right. You know what? I'll worry about this later. I'll try to figure out why this isn't screwing in nicely. It was screwed in fine until I took it out, so I don't know exactly what I'm doing wrong here. Let me try to meet it this way here. Yeah, that works. Unless it's supposed to go that way and I'm just being silly. No, that's not how it's supposed to work. Maybe this is how it's supposed to go. One sec, guys. Oh, yeah. I'm wrong. It's this way. All right. Got it. Giveaway over? Yeah, I'll draw right now. Interesting. Fill it with Play-Doh. Is it going to turn on now? Or did I rustle this a little bit too much? I did. All right, I'll figure out what's going on with this cable situation afterwards, or this situation here with this particular piece. But again, we judge it by what we see on screen today, so I know we did have a fair warning, so I'll leave it up to you guys to interpret that this was a prototype PCB. We did have a fair warning. But yeah, let's draw the winner, shall we, guys? Draw the winner. Let's see. Who is going to win the Shelby? I'm going to close it now. Winner is Wit. Congratulations. He tried to put on a ticket afterwards, too. Congratulations, Wit. Congratulations. Can you send me a DM when you have a chance? The next giveaway is 800 subs. It's a class 100 at 800 subs. A big old class 100. Congrats, man. All right, though, guys. I didn't even realize, holy crap, we spent a long time streaming today. Overall thoughts on the board. Last quick rundown on everything here today. I like the paper. The paper series is a fun series. Whatever Studios does a good job on designing these things. I personally like the design. It's not quite as simplistic or as
Alex,
nice.
read my last message. It didn't read out, Sag.
Okay, give me 1 second. I promise I'll read it empty. I don't think it's quite as simple or as like minimal as the last paper release, but I do feel like it has a nice overall type of... Well, I'd say it has a nice vibe overall. My only issues with the board where the bottom mount was a little bit tricky to install. Not the end of the world. And then I don't quite like how the pogo pin connector on the inside is mounted. I think it's mounted a bit awkwardly. So nice. I would have liked for the PCB to not... I mean, again, I know this is a prototype PCB, but I would have liked it for it to not kind of conk out halfway through the stream. But we'll see. Very, very fun. Grant, thank you so much. I appreciate the Prime. The cap steel, the Thunder. But I think that's also part of the appeal. Like, I like the silver along the top here and how it goes into this screen. I don't know. I feel like this adds to it, you know? It's nice. Layout as well needs work, but they've already stated that they won't work on that. Yeah, and I don't think there's much to criticize here. If you like this layout, go for it. If you don't buy it. So if you don't like the 6.25U spacebar, we've already mentioned it during the stream. They ain't changing that, it seems. So this is locked to what you see here with the exception of caps lock and regular caps, or step caps lock. That's it. All right, though, guys. I'll bring up some of the more critical stuff with Wuche. More so PCB things. Past that, that's pretty much everything. Thank you guys for tuning in. AMD before said, interesting question. If the fire alarm where you live went off, you can only take one keyboard, what would it be? Not including the Alex 40. It would be the Manta. I hate to do it. The Manta would be one of the ones I grab. I'm going to be that guy. I'm going to answer it truthfully right now. The Manta. W-add? W-add. The Manta for sure. Don't you have like 5 Mantas? That's why I'm grabbing one. Can you imagine if I lost all of them? Alright though, guys. You guys have a good one. Let's go raid someone. Let's see who's online. Let's see who we got tonight. Mango. Mango's turn to get raided today. You guys have a good one. Love you guys. And I hope to see you guys on Sunday. I actually am doing a build on Sunday now. I might do 2 builds, actually. We'll see. But see you then. I love you guys. I will talk to you soon. Bye, everybody. And stay safe. Love you.